Emma James here with MediaWatch. Good evening to you.
Hi there.
As Super Tuesday became Wide Awake Wednesday, well, that's what I'm calling it anyway, Emma's been looking at, the big winners, and a lot of interest apparently in the language they've been using.
Yes, it seems funny. It's almost been more the focus than who actually won what when you're looking around online. People very much looking at the language used, because up until now, this race to the White House has been rancorous, bitter, divisive, downright unpleasant. But last night, Hillary Clinton really tapped into her inner hippie, if you like, and chose to use three little words: love and kindness. And it's had something of a mixed response online. Those who like her say in this day and age it takes true courage and heart for a politician to proclaim love and kindness as guiding principles. Others say, I can't believe Hillary Clinton's new campaign mantra is love and kindness. Is she going to spray paint those words on the bombs she drops?
Now, this love and kindness thing, this is her antidote to Donald Trump's idea of let's make America great again. Is that it?
Well, you have to think that that is the case when you see what her supporters have created. Hillary for America, the Twitter account, has created this image, love trumps hate. So no mixed messages there. This is definitely a question of she is trying to set herself out to be the anti-Trump candidate. However, if we take a look at BuzzFeed, they've written a very, very long article on the former First Lady, having spoken to her at length, and it's really designed to be a look behind what people perceive Hillary Clinton to be. Ruby Kramer's written this one. She says that basically Hillary Clinton is seen by many as calculating, lacking conviction, driven by power and ambition. And according to this writer, she's now talking about the core of what she believes and who she is, even if no one else is viewing her the same way. So it's not necessarily a cynical move just to be anti-Trump. Now, Donald Trump himself has been highlighted, or his words have been highlighted, one in particular, unifier. It was one that surprised a lot of people because he has been at the forefront of the most divisive political arguments I think we've ever seen on the world stage. But he says, I think we, the Republicans, are going to be more inclusive. I think we're going to be more unified. It was met with some derision on Twitter. This user saying, you keep using that word, I don't think you know what it means. Dan Rebelato, a very well-known British Twitter user, says, I think Trump is a unifier. He's certainly good at getting all the ignorant racists together. However, he does have broad support across a wide range of people, young, old, different races. Hispanics for Trump. You wouldn't think that that Twitter account exists, but it does. Given what he's said about Hispanics.
It's not a parody.
It isn't a parody.
He called Mexicans racist. He said he wants to build a wall between the US and Mexico.
Yes,
yeah.
He said they're sending over their trash, they're criminals, they're rapists. I'm sure there are some nice Mexicans, he said. But anyway, Hispanics for Trump say, Trump is not a divider. He's the unifier our country needs. He will work hard for all Americans.
One of our guests was saying that Trump succeeded in appealing to the working class who feel disenfranchised. So the billionaire as the working class hero. It's a strange election, isn't it, completely?
It is indeed.
So he hasn't unified everyone, has he, though? Let's face it.
No, absolutely not. The New York Daily News is well known for not being a big fan of Mr. Trump, and their front page today is a take on his phrase, make America great again. They've said, make America migrate. And interestingly enough, last night, the Google searches for how to move to Canada spiked hugely as those results were running in. In fact, it went as high as 1,150 times higher than the normal rate at which people are looking to maybe move to Canada. And also the Canadian government website actually was struggling to cope with demand last night. So he's not unifying everyone, and there are some people who might want out of the United States.
Indeed, indeed. Now, it looks like someone who's not even in the running anymore may have actually stolen, well, the spotlight, but perhaps not the kind of spotlight he wanted. This is Chris Christie.
Exactly.
The New Jersey governor.
Indeed. As Jim Roberts, the Mashable journalist, puts it, Trump may have won the night, but Chris Christie won the internet. Now, if you're wondering what all this is about and you didn't maybe see his warm-up act for Donald Trump and then him standing behind Trump, who, of course, he has, now that he's dropped out of the race, he's endorsed. it's this kind of image doing the rounds on the internet that is really why everyone is talking about this. And you look at his face, is it confusion? Is it fear? He looks like he really has no idea why he's there. The Daily Show has got in on this one saying there's just one question on his mind. What have I done? Dear God, what have I done? And people really seem to be almost concerned. I say almost because it is tongue-in-cheek.
It is funny, isn't it?
But concerned for what is going on. People saying that there was the hashtag Free Chris Christie, which began trending. Christie looks like he's reading a hostage statement. Governor Christie, blink twice if you're in trouble. And this one of my favourites. Why hasn't President Obama sent the Navy SEALs in to rescue Chris Christie already? Now, the Washington Post, you might expect more political analysis from them, but this particular opinion piece it's not really that kind of article, but it is brilliantly written and well worth a look. This writer, Alexandra Petri, talks about Chris Christie spending the entire speech screaming wordlessly. His were the eyes of a man who has gazed into the abyss, and the abyss gazed back, and then he endorsed the abyss. So Chris Christie in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons and maybe regretting some of his recent decisions.
Emma James, thank you very much indeed. I was tempted to say poor Chris Christie, but
he made his
bed. Indeed. Emma James of MediaWatch, Marcus Carlson with The Business. Great to see you too, sir. And thank you very much for watching. Do stay with us. More news to come.